Hi everyone, we're getting started today in just seated meditation pose. Remember, the feet are free, posture is straight, pelvis is rolling forward, pubic bone pointing down. Focus on your breath. Go ahead and close your eyes. Breathing deep from the belly. Open your eyes. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up. Look up to the hands and bring it down to center on your exhale. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. And one more, inhale up. This time on your exhale, take it forward. Use your block here if you need it. Place your hands on your block, or if you can go further, place your head on your block. Okay, remember here to keep your back straight. And walk it back in. Switch the cross of your legs. And inhale back up. And exhale down. Bring it back in, moving to child's pose. Remember, your knees are apart, feet are together, sitting back toward the heels. Lower it down. Use the block here if you need it. Just breathe. Okay, now sinking into the right hip, take the arms over to the left. And walk it to the other side, pushing into the left hip. Arms are to the right. Back to center. And then just shift side to side into each hip. And bring it up, all fours, moving through cat lift and cat. Inhale, cat lift. Exhale, cat. Keep that going. Push to downward dog. Press toward the heels. Remember, the fingers are spread wide. Be sure the palms are down. index finger pushing into the mat. And bend the knees, bent downward dog. Raise up to the toes. And bring it back down. Walking the dog. Push into the toes and the opposite heel. And walk feet to hands. Hold in ragdoll. Keep the slight bend to your knees. And raise it all the way up. Good posture on your standing position. Inhale the arms out. Exhale to center. Inhale, standing back bend. Exhale, forward bend, remembering to use your block here, whatever level you need it to be at. Drop the head down. Lift to halfway up on your next inhale. And back down to the mat to plank. Hands are directly under your shoulders. Shift it forward, low plank, hover, upward dog, downward dog, walk feet to hands, hanging ragdoll, and just turn side to side. Swaying the arms, and back to center. Slowly bring it all the way up, and inhale back up. Exhale, center. Inhale, standing back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Shift forward, drop to hover. Elbows into the ribcage, lower the hips down last, and then take it all the way to the mat, lifting to Sphinx. Really reach the chin and chest up. Push into the elbows. And now here we're just going to circle, looking over to one foot and to the opposite leg. We're making a figure 8 motion, really stretching through the obliques. Breathe. Back to center, lower down, bringing the hands closer to you and lifting to cobra. Shoulders roll back and down, and you lift up. Shoulders down, away from the ears. And bring it back to the mat. Hands come back a little bit further, raising to upward dog. Roll the shoulders back and down, and lift the thighs off the mat. Chin and chest up. Pushing into the index finger, head back if you can, and downward dog. Walk the dog. Walk feet to hands. Hang in ragdoll. Remember, hands can be at the elbows, wrapped around the legs, or down beside the feet, fingers pointing toward the toes. Bend through the knees, relax the head down. And halfway up on your inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift up. And exhale all the way down. Hands to your sides. Inhale, back up. Exhale, center. Inhale up to chair. Remember to breathe, sink into those glutes. Heels are down. A little deeper if you can. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plank. Push the index finger down to the mat. Shift it forward, drop to hover. Lower the hips last. Upward dog. Shift back, child's pose. Okay, come back to plank. Remembering here that if you're still struggling with hover, you can shift forward, drop the knees to the mat, and then lower down and practice hover on the knees. Okay, so let's go through that one more time. Coming up, back into plank. Shift forward, drop the knees down to the mat, and then lower down to hover. Okay, bring it back to the mat, lifting the Sphinx. Breathe, reach the chin up. And bring it down, either cobra or upward dog, wherever you need to be. Downward dog. Bring your left foot to your center of your mat. Take your right foot up. And bring the right knee to the chest in a plank. Shift it forward. Shift it back, three-legged dog. And forward again. Bring it back. Okay, bend your leg, turning it out and open to your right side. Turn, look under your right arm. And bring it back to downward dog. Just pedal through the feet. Taking your left leg up. Bring it into a plank, knee to nose. Flatten out your back. Back to three-legged dog. And back in. Flatten the back. Push into your palm. Bring it back up. Bend the left knee. Turn, looking under your left arm. And back to down dog. Walk the dog. And all fours, press back child's pose. As you're in child's pose, just do some wrist stretches. Maybe circling the wrist. Just get them a little bit warmer. Push back to downward dog. Take your right leg back up. Step it forward between your hands into your lunge. Remember here, the back leg is as straight as you can keep it. Chin and chest are up. If you need to build your blocks up higher, go as high as you need to. And always keep in mind, the front leg is in a 90-degree angle. Chin and chest lift, shoulders down. And lower the leg to the mat. Remove your block, step it back to downward dog. Switching the legs, bringing the left leg up. And stepping forward to your lunge. Breathe, straighten the back leg best you can. Shoulders down, chin up. And lower the back leg. Remove your blocks, step it back, downward dog. Walk feet to hands. Fold and ragdoll. Your next inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, down to center. Continue that flow up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift halfway. And move back to downward dog. I'm going to demonstrate your next position. It's flip your dog. So you might want to pause and just take a seat right here where you can see what's happening with the body. So you're moving back to the same position you were in earlier with the right leg up. It's going to bend, reaching out to the right side, over that left hip. Okay, the next step we did was looking under your right arm. Now from here, you're going into flip your dog, meaning you're taking your right hand up off the mat, slowly turning, and then when you get to this position, pull the belly up, okay, reach up, squeeze the glutes, and then right arm comes up, head drops back if you can. It looks a lot harder than it is. So I'm going to flip back over and we'll give it a try. So go ahead and join me. Back in downward dog. Take your left foot to the center, right foot comes up. Reach the right leg over, rotating your knee to the side. Turn, look under your right arm. Now slowly control it. Bring your right hand up off the mat and turn your left foot. Flip your dog when your feet land. Pull the belly up. Drop the head back. Squeeze the glutes. And flip it slowly back over to downward dog. Okay, come down, child's pose. Okay, bring it back up to downward dog. Going into the opposite foot here. So right foot comes to center, left leg comes up. Bend your left leg over your right hip, rotating it open to the side. Look under your left arm. Slowly release your left hand from the mat and bring it down, flipping your dog. Remember to raise the belly up, push through the glutes. Look up if you can. And flip it back over. Down your dog. And bring it down, child's pose. And just take a couple of breaths, rest here, maybe stretch your wrist. And bring it up to all fours. Going into another new pose called monkey. So taking your left foot up to the front of your mat. So both knees here should be in 90-degree angles. We're taking our hands, palms down, pressing into the mat, and dropping the head down. Now check the alignment of your foot in the back. It should be directly behind your knee, not turning inward. So in other words, you should not be able to see your foot in the back. Okay? Try to flatten your back, and then drop the head down. Should feel that stretching into the hip flexors of that top leg. Okay, from here we're going into different lunges. These are deeper lunges, so the knee does extend over the ankle. Walk slowly forward, not moving the foot, but allowing the heel to come up off of the mat. Reach the chin and chest up. Remember, you can always use those blocks. Place your hands on the blocks to give you added support or height. Okay, now here you should feel that stretching into the back hip flexor. Now we're going to roll it back, walking it back. Now you have three options coming up. Hamstring stretch here. So you can stay in this position on your knee with this leg extended out. And then walk it down, leading with the chest. Again, you can use your blocks here if you need them. Okay. Your second option would be take your blanket, roll it up as thick as you need it, place it on your calf in the back leg, and then shift down and sit on the blanket. Okay. Taking the hands forward. Again, you can still use the blocks. So I want you to try each one of these and see which one works best for your body, where you still get a good stretch in that front hamstring. Okay, now if you don't need that blanket there, you can remove it and sit all the way back to your foot. Okay, if that's uncomfortable on your knee, you need to choose a different option. Okay, so work with either of those three options. Lead your stretch with your chest, not your nose. Okay, bring it forward again, back to monkey. And walk it forward, deep lunge. Heel comes off the mat and the front leg. And roll it back again, hamstring stretch. Back to monkey. We have one more round. Take it forward, deep lunge. And roll it back. Hamstring stretch. And bring it back to monkey. Okay, from monkey, you're turning your back toes under. So in this case, it would be your right toes turning under. You're lifting to pyramid pose. That's lifting up to a standing position. Now, if you're not quite comfortable here, bounce that back foot in, just a little bit closer to your front foot. Still using the blocks here if you need them. Your idea here is to put the heel down on the ground in the back and have both legs straight. Okay, again, this is pyramid pose. Hands can be on the blocks, or if you're ready, you can go all the way down. Work where you need to, never forcing a position. Okay, bring it back down. Switching the legs. Right leg comes up into monkey. Remembering your blocks. Press down. Palms into the mat. Drop the head. Check the alignment of the foot in the back. You should not see the foot. And walk it forward into your deep lunge. Shoulders down, chin and chest up. And walk it back. Hamstring stretch. Remember, you've got 3 choices here. You've got the sitting position where you are on the knee and the leg is straight, or you have your blanket, sitting back to your blanket, or step 3, no blanket, sitting back to your foot. Okay, again, choose where your body needs to be. Leave that stretch with the chest. Bring it back up to monkey. Drop the head down. And forward to your deep lunge. And bring it back. Hamstring stretch. Back to monkey. Forward deep lunge. And take it back. Bring it back, monkey. Moving into pyramid pose. So right here, we're taking the left toes, turning them under, lifting up to a standing position. If you're not quite close enough to your front leg, just bounce your back leg in, or you can put the heel down onto the mat. Now both legs here are straight. Use the blocks if you need them. Drop the head down. Lead with the chest. Good. Drop back down, monkey, into all fours, and push back, child's pose. And roll up through all fours. Move through cat lift and cat. One cycle. And now roll it down, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So just moving through a mini series here. Those 4 poses one more time. Drop to the knees. Cat lift on your inhale. Cat on the exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Lower the knees back to the mat. Move to a seated position into boat. Shoulders stay back, breathe. Okay, lower it down as low as you can take it without collapsing to the mat. Squeeze from your core. Bring it back up. Lower it back down. Bring it back up. One more time, take it down. Bring it up. And lower the feet to the mat. Okay, your last new one for today is tabletop. Okay, it's a deep stretch into the shoulders, a little bit into the back, and into parts of the legs. Okay, so fingers are going to be pointing toward your toes, back behind your tailbone. Push the palms into the mat, push the feet into the mat, and squeeze the glutes all the way up, okay, into a tabletop position. So a flat position, and then drop the head back if you can. Now, if that pulls too much against the shoulders, don't go as far as I'm going. Just go as far as you can, just maybe to here, and then gradually work your way back up, okay, as far as you can, but your goal is to flatten out your body, squeezing your glutes, and dropping the head down. So work with this pose, take some time, breathe, and slowly bring it down. Hug the knees into the chest. And then move to tabletop again. Remember here, your hands are down, so the palm is pushing into the mat. Index finger pushing into the mat. Push slowly on your way up. Okay, if that's really not good for your wrists or your shoulders, you can always rotate the hands open just a little bit. But if you can, you want them facing the toes. And bring it back down again. Hug the knees in. Okay, let's go one more round of tabletop pose. Squeeze those glutes, lift a little higher if you can. And bring it down. Hug the knees back in. And bring it up, opening the feet to a butterfly pose. Let's start with the feet extended forward. Elbows to the knees. Lead with the chest, lower it down, breathe. And bring it up, pulling the feet in as close as you can this time. And dropping it down, leading again with the chest. Your goal here is to feel a stretch in the groin and the hip area, not to just completely force yourself to go all the way to the floor. And bring it back up, this time moving out to a straddle. Okay, Okay, something important here to think about is, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this angle. You want your pelvis or your pubic bone again to roll forward, just like it does when we're doing seated meditation. So roll the pubic bone forward so you have a good sitting posture. Now, if it's hard for you to do that and you're caving back to your lower spine, basically the top of your tailbone, then what you want to do is place your hands back behind you and push the pubic bone forward. Maybe even pull the legs in just a little bit if you need to. Push the pelvis forward and then just hold here. So that might be doing more for you than attempting to walk it all the way down. Okay, so just pushing into the hands, rolling the pubic bone down and forward, and then lifting the chin up, chest up. Okay, so hold there if you need to. If you can, come with me where we're going. Just taking the legs out as far as you can, making sure you're rolled forward. So again, you can either stay in this position or walk it forward. Okay? If you're walking it forward, you can always use your block, both blocks if you need them. And again, you're leading with the chest, so you're not forcing yourself to collapse to the mat and not leading with the nose. So just holding here. Now the idea is not to force flexibility, it's to relax through the muscles so that it increases flexibility naturally. Don't push into the stretch. Just breathe through your muscles, through your back, through your legs. Deep breathing through the belly. And walk it back up. Okay, check. See if your posture is good still. And you're going to side bend over to one leg. Okay, if you're still allowing, or if your hips are still rolling back, then just place your hand behind you right here and then side bend it over. That way you can still roll your hips forward. Okay, bring it up and over to the other side. And now one more time out to the center. Okay, so sitting and holding that center position or coming with me down. Remember not to force that flexibility. Just relax through the muscles. And walk it back in. Okay, move to a laying position on your back, and this time take your strap with you. Just lay it beside you so you're ready to use it, bringing your right knee up to the chest. Push the left leg down into the mat. And now take your strap around your foot, your right foot that's in the air. Holding onto the strap, extend the leg up, keeping your left leg straight as well. So push that left leg down into the mat. Okay, taking your right foot open just about halfway to the side. Again, not forcing the stretch, letting the muscles relax. And now all the way out as far as it wants to go. Again, don't force the position. Deep through the belly. Keep that left hip on the mat. straight leg. And bring it up to center. Okay, now we're taking it halfway across the body. So just cross the body, keeping your hips down onto the mat. Don't allow them to roll up off the mat. Shoulders down on the mat. Breathe. And bring it back up to center. Release your strap. Bring the left knee into the chest. Push your right leg into the mat. Now taking the strap to the foot. Extend it up. Make sure you're still breathing deep from your core. And take it about halfway open to your left side. Relax through the muscles. Breathe deep. And take it all the way out to the left as far as it wants to go. Never forcing it. Bring it back up to center. Taking it halfway across the body. Remember to leave the hips grounded on the mat, shoulders grounded. Bring it back up to center, releasing your strap. Okay, pulling your legs up, cross them in the air and attach your hands to your feet. So holding the hands to feet as if you're in cross-leg position. Pull the feet in as close as you can. You should feel the stretching into the glutes and the hips. And now roll slowly side to side. Should feel that stretching even deeper into the hips. Back to center. Switch the cross of your legs. And roll again, side to side. Nice and slow. And back to center. Release your legs. Okay, again, you have choices here. Feet can be on the mat, allowing your knees to fall in. Hands can be on the belly, one on the lower, one on the upper abs. Elbows falling to the mat. Or they can be down by your sides, palms up. And your legs can also extend out. So find that comfortable position for you. Use your blanket under your head, under your feet or knees. Whatever's most comfortable to you, or you can roll to your side and come up to a seated position. Just taking a few breaths here to relax. So find your position there. sure your breath is coming from the belly and not the chest. And now go ahead and roll to your side, come up, and choose the meditation of your choice over in the Meditations link in Blackboard. And just take a few extra minutes to relax. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.